Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Officer Center 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the area of AFM. 43,000. Okay, everyone, am I audible today as well as visible clearly? That's the first question for the day. Then we'll move on. Okay, today's class is gonna be a mix of three modules: Module A, Module B, and a bit of Module C. I think as we proceed further, I will try to accumulate all the four modules in one go so that you have got enough of the questions and everything else for the examination. One request, everyone, please share this particular session so that everybody can join in. Okay, everyone, there is a major event today. I hope you all know about that major event that is coming up. Our RBWM book would be launching soon. So let's begin with the class. Today, what am I going to do? I'm talking about ABFM, uh, Module A, Module B, and a few questions of Module C as well. Here comes the first question, everyone. Okay. The owner of the business takes rupees 100 cash and goods costing 200 for his family. The proper journal entry for this transaction would be what? Drawings and cash and purchases, drawings debit, cash credit, purchases, merchandise credit, then drawings, cash and sales, drawing, purchases and drawings. Okay, cash debit. Okay, purchases and cash is debited and drawings is credited. One thing, D for drawings, D for debit. One thing should be sorted in your mind. Okay, that's the first point, everyone. And what's the next point there? The next point that arises here is the owner of the business takes rupees 100 and goods costing rupees 200 for his family. The proper journal entry for this transaction is, what was the proper transaction, everyone? In this case, first of all, we are having a drawings, but the drawings is in what form? Drawings account debited. Two, first of all, we are losing cash. The cash is of rupees 100, and at the same time, we are also losing goods. The goods are not being used in the business. When the goods are not being used, then this would be noted as purchases on the credit side. Okay? So in this case, the journal entry would be a total of 300 rupees on the debit side and two cash and two purchases on the credit side. Okay? So in this case, the correct answer would be this. That is drawings account debited. It should be two purchases. The word is purchases and cash here. The answer would be A according to this question. The journal entry can be written like this as per the format, that is drawings account debit. See, drawings is the money that we take from the business for our personal use, and that can be in the form of cash, that can be in the form of goods. ठीक है ना? It is 300, then cash was in 100 rupees na? Yeah, and the goods were 200. So the breakup can be seen here, and this is 300 and 300, everyone. Okay, I hope it's visible now. Okay, so this is the answer. Chaliye, now let's move on. Which section of the Companies Act 2013 requires that the balance sheet of to be prepared in a prescribed form? This is as per Module B, everyone. 128, 130. Then we have the area of section 128, 130, 129, 212. What would be the correct answer? If I look for the correct answer, it is section 129. Section 129, there are two parts, part A and the second is part B. Part A is for balance sheet and part B is for the profit and loss account. And in fact, it is actually shown in this manner only. The sequence in which it is presented is balance sheet is showed first and then P&L and then the schedules which are attached to it. In terms of banking company, there are also proper schedules, and just like Companies Act, the format of the banking company is also already determined and it is followed that way only. ठीक है? चलिए, now let's move on to the next point. Okay, now comes the next question. The next question says a firm had the beginning finished goods inventory was this. Okay, opening inventory is rupees 15,000 and closing inventory is rupees 20,000 and they have given the cost of goods sold is basically 80,000. What was the cost of goods manufactured? See, these are the finished goods which are there now, and this is the cost of goods sold. So basically, the goods which are in the beginning are already something which is already made in the last year, and what we have truly made in this year is the one that is in the closing. है ना? Somewhere down the line, whatever I had in the beginning of the year, they were there. Then I produced more, and then I had the closing value, isn't it? That's how the thing works. So when we have this kind of scenario, what happens here is you will find the answer as this. This is your cost of manufactured goods. This is basically cost of goods. Achha, let me just show you with the formula. Cost of goods. How do we find out the cost of goods manufactured? When we are trying to find the cost of goods manufactured, it is cost of goods sold minus opening finished goods plus closing finished goods. This will give us the value of 85,000. How? Going back there, look at this everyone. We had 80,000 rupees in our pockets. Then we added 15,000. Oh, sorry. Let's remove the 15,000 rupees here and add up 20,000. Okay? So in this case, the correct answer would come out to be 85. Next question, everyone. It says that the journal entry for outstanding salary to accountant rupees 6,000 will be what? The debit the salary, credit the cash, debit the outstanding salary, credit the cash salary to salary outstanding, or cash to credit salary. Everyone, what would be the correct answer? Go ahead and answer, everyone, and if you like this particular session, please go ahead and share it as well. The examination is approaching, so it's high time. चलिए, What would be the answer? The answer in this case is going to be salary expenses increasing, and we are basically having it as outstanding, है ना? It is outstanding because see, I haven't paid to the person. There's a liability on my head that there is something that I have to pay to someone. So salary to outstanding salary rupees 6,000. Okay, so in this case the correct answer is going to be salary to outstanding salary. Done. Next question. Acha, how do we write? This is a nominal account. Nominal account when X increases, it's on the debit side. And this is a personal account. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Services are given by the employee there, and we are supposed to pay them. Next question, everyone. Okay. I hope I am audible as well as visible clearly, everyone. Chaliye. Yeah, it's all sorted. So when we continue further, everyone, when we talk about the area of capital expenditure, these are those expenditures which are related to purchase of an asset. You know, because we are spending money on sale of an asset, or purchase, we're spending money on the purchase of an asset. So in this case, what's going to be the answer? The capital expenditure paid on the purchase or installation of a plant. The expenditure is on dismantling a previous machine, and then you're getting another one. Legal expenses incurred to defend a suit. You are trying to protect yourself. The suit has been lost, and the fees paid to the engineer who constructed the plant. Okay, to be very frank, just look at the point wherever it is related to the asset. Wherever the asset is being built. In the first case, expenses paid on installation. This is positive. This is something which will help the organization to grow further. So this is a positive point. This is a capital expenditure. Capital expenditure means even a single penny that you spend in order to have an asset. Okay. In this case, to acquire an asset, to buy an asset, whatever we are doing, that is covered here. Sorted. So when we continue further, everyone, when we talk about the area of capital expenditure, these are those expenditures which are. So in this case, what's going to be the correct answer? When I look at the question, cost of mantling a building. You are dismantling a building. Without dismantling, can you produce and can you build another building? Can we do that? Impossible, no? That means in this case, the cost of dismantling is also there. It's also a positive point. It's also capital expenditure. Fees paid to the engineer whose construction is who constructed the plant. These people are again very important. So this is also a positive one. So we have got three positives, and there is legal expenses incurred to defend a suit. When you are trying to defend a suit and then ultimately you lose your asset now. So in this case, how can you say that this is basically something which is our asset? So in this case, C would be the question where it is just a mere expenditure. I would say this has turned into a capital loss even because the organization is not able to have that particular thing back with them. Which ratio is considered as safe margin of solvency? What do you mean by safe margin? Everybody, if someone asks me that, ma'am, kindly pay me this much amount of money right away. Do I have something in my pocket? If I don't have something in my pocket, then what's the fun? Right? So in this case, I need to make sure that I have that much amount of money in my pocket. So which ratio is considered to be safe margin? Safe margin would be liquid ratio, quick ratio, or current ratio. What would be the correct answer, everyone? The correct answer for safe margin of solvency is current ratio. The formula for current ratio is CA upon CL. Formula for quick ratio is quick assets upon CL. Liquid ratio is also called quick ratio. So both of these were the same and there was only one difference. So in this case, the correct answer is current ratio. Current ratio is this is what we have and this is what we have to pay in 1 year or one operating cycle, whichever is higher, whichever is longer. Visible, everyone? You can look at the question expression there. Now let's move on to the next point. Which of the following transactions will improve my current ratio? This is module C, everyone. CR, current ratio. The ideal ratio for current ratio is 2:1, everyone. So in this case, what do they do? First of all, if we have CA upon CL is equal to 2:1. So this is 20,000 divided by 10,000. Which of the following transaction will improve the current ratio? Cash collected from trade receivables. There was someone who was supposed to pay me 10,000 and he paid me 10,000. So I received cash, but at the same time, I lost a right to receive cash as well. That's gone. Purchase of goods for cash. If I purchased goods and paid cash for that. So basically the same thing. I purchased goods and I lost cash. Payment to trade payables. This is a point which can be a different point. In this case, what would be the point? Payment of trade payables. Now, I paid 5,000 to the creditors and definitely I lost cash as well. So in this case, it turns out to be 15,000 divided by 5,000, which was earlier 2:1 has now turned into 3:1. I don't have to scrutinize the last option at all because in the third option even it's available that it will turn out to be 3:1. What if credit purchases of goods is also there? Credit purchases of goods would mean 20,000 divided by 10,000. If I purchase goods on credit, then I am getting goods, but I am also getting a creditor. So this would be 30,000 divided by 20,000. So this case, it is going to be 1.5:1. Here it is declining rather than increasing. Isn't it? Next point. Determine debtor turnover ratio. If the closing debtor is 40,000, cash sales is 25% of the credit sales, and excess of closing debtors over creditors is rupees 20,000. Matlab, let's find it out, everyone. Okay. First of all, closing debtor is of 40,000. Excess of closing debtor over the opening. Matlab, closing is more than the opening by 20,000. So let's reduce 20,000. We are left with 20,000. Our closing debtor is of rupees 20,000. है ना? And then they say the cash sales is 25% of credit sales. If opening and closing debtors are given, this means 40 plus 20 divided by 2. 60 divided by 2. This is the average debtors is equal to 40 plus 20 divided by 2. This is equal to 60 divided by 2, which is equal to rupees 30,000. Now that part is done. If the if in this case they specify that your cash sales is 25% of the credit sales. Just a moment, please. Yeah. In this case, we have the cash sales and the credit sales. There is one thing missing there. That is the total sales, or one of the sales should be given, right? Only the closing debtors is given. I can find out the closing debtor and opening debtor, but the portion of cash sales and credit sales is not given completely. So I think this question is incomplete. If I try to complete it, the answers will vary, but let's try it. Let's keep the particular cash sales be 25,000. Cash sales is 25% of the credit sales. Whatever the credit sales is, cash sales is 25% of it. So that means if I look at this 25,000, this is this 25,000 is 25% of credit. है ना? If you divide it, you will get the credit should be of rupees 1 lakh. And when we try to find debtor turnover ratio, it's always equal to, not following the question there, debtor turnover ratio is equal to average debtors and receivables are on the lower side, and then we have credit sales divided by debtors. So in this case, the credit sale was of rupees 1 lakh. And the debtors which we could find was of 30,000, है ना? So in this case, it would come out to be 3.33%. In this case, the different part was 25% of credit sales, not of total. Cash sales is 25% of the credit sales. ठीक है? Next point, everyone. Dinesh Garments purchased a machine for 50,000 and spent 6,000 on its erection. Basically, he had 50,000, then he spent 6,000 more. Now the value of this asset is 56,000. On the date of purchase, it was estimated the effective life will be 10 years. And after this, it will become a scrap. If I am using SLM method, what do we do? Under SLM, whatever our cost is, from the cost you remove the salvage value and divide it by the life. The cost is 56,000 minus the scrap value. What will we get after 10 years? We will get 6,000 rupees. Divided by life of the asset. What is the life? Life is for 10 years. So in this case, it's gonna be 50,000 divided by 10. The value is gonna be 5,000, everyone. Done? If you are finding this particular session useful, then please go ahead and send it among your peers as well, everyone, and don't forget to like it. Okay. So in this case, always remember, in the straight line method, also called original cost method, also called fixed installment method, under this method, what do? We have our cost minus the salvage value, scrap value, or residual value divided by life. This is the method through which you can find the amount. And when you have to find the percentage, it is going to be depreciation percentage. How do we find the depreciation percentage? It's gonna be depreciation per annum divided by our cost multiplied by our 100. This will be in percentage and this will be in rupees. Okay. Visible now, everyone? Chaliye. Now let's move on to the next question. A Limited forfeited 1000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, issued at par for non-payment of first call and second call. Acha. Overall, for these 1000 shares, people didn't pay the first thing, that is 10 into 2, 1000 into 2 and 1000 into 3, right? People said, I cannot pay you the remaining 3000. है ना? So in this case, what will you do? The moment you find out that this is basically something where the organization is unable to pay, the people are unable to pay the entire amount, what are we going to do then? Simple, we'll just add it up. Basically, they cannot pay an amount of total of rupees 5000. This amount is going to be their total amount of calls in arrears. Okay, if I have to we have to talk about share forfeiture. Share forfeiture will also be the same, because if 5 rupees is unpaid, then 5 would be paid. This is a trick question, everyone. Easy yet complicated. Complicated in terms of language and easy in terms of answer. Okay, so here comes the next question, everyone. No, this is the correct answer there. It is given in a complex manner. The easiest method was this. Write down what is due for the second call, then whatever is there for the first call, then whatever is due for the second call, and then we get the rupees 5000 that we were supposed to receive as a company. If the person doesn't pay it, then it's a bad point for the company, because ultimately, if the person is not paying, then the company will have to bear that part. है ना? Okay. Chali. Now let's move on to the next question. Prakash sells goods worth rupees at 25% sales. His sales were 10 lakh 20. He is selling the goods at a price of 25% on sales. His selling price is 10 lakh 20,000. However, he sold damaged goods of rupees 20,000 costing 30,000. The sale is included in 10 lakh 20. The amount of GP is, first of all, they want us to find out the GP. However, now the point arises is he sold damaged goods of rupees 20,000 for 30,000. So overall, we made a profit of 10,000, है ना? If we remove the profit of 10,000 there, we'll be left with 10100000, isn't it? Basically, they said this is a particular case where there were some goods which were damaged, and we have recorded them, and we want to find out what is the value of GP. First of all, acha, error. 10 lakh 20,000 is the total sales. And in this case, the goods are sold at 20,000, which were costing 30. That means they are sold at 20. What are we left with? 10 lakh rupees. Our total sales should be of 10 lakh, and this 10 lakh is something on which we are having 25% on sales. If our selling price is 10 lakh, then 25% of it would be the GP. So in this case, the correct answer is going to be 2,50,000. And then what will we do? From this 2,50,000, we'll have to take up the loss as well. Now we had to incur the loss of 10,000 because we are selling some damaged goods. So we'll remove the damaged goods GP as loss as well. This is our total profit. From there we remove the loss, and this is what we're going to get, 2,40,000. A trick question, I would say. The problem is only one thing, that is there is some damaged stock. Next question, everyone. Capital introduced by Mr. A in 2011 was 3 lakh. Further capital introduced was 50,000 in the mid of the year. Mr. A withdrew rupees 2,000 per month. है ना? And then what would be the answer? Number 1, they had a total capital of rupees 3 lakh. They added 50,000 more during the year, and they withdrew. The profit earned was of rupees 20,000, and A withdrew 2,000 per month. 2,000 per month, 2,000 into 12, 24,000 is removed as drawings. This was the profit. This was additional capital. है ना? If you add something more in your capital, it would be added. If you take something out of the capital, that is your drawings, it would be subtracted. And profit is which is going to increase the value. So it's going to be 3 lakh plus 50,000 plus 20,000 minus 24,000, giving me an amount of 3,46,000. So in this case, the correct answer is going to be 3,46,000. So this is the solution for the same. I hope it is visible to you. Done, everyone? Next question. So this is another trick question, everyone. This question says that a purchaser of a car 5 lakh, making a down payment of 1 lakh and signing the bill payable of 4 lakh. As a result of this transaction, what is going to happen? See, everyone, I bought a car. My car is worth rupees 5 lakh. है ना? If I look at the equation, balance sheet equation was what? Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. Very good, Ashwin sir. Correct answer. Asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. In this case, our liabilities are, I got a car of rupees 5 lakh, everyone. The car is worth rupees 5 lakh. The liabilities that I'm going to have is I made a down payment of 1 lakh. So probably whatever my cash value was, I have lost 1 lakh out of it. So technically, net of asset side is 4 lakh. You know? While if I look at my liability side, I have got a burden to pay off, which is worth rupees 4 lakhs. So what's going to happen in this case? In this case, assets will increase by 4 lakh only, because to gain one asset, I also lost one asset too. Na? So in this case, this is based upon the balance sheet equation, everyone. 5 lakh minus 1 lakh is equal to 4 lakh. Then everyone, so in this case, D, both B and C are correct according to them. If I look at B, liabilities are also increasing, assets are also increasing. So considering both the part and following the balance sheet equation, also called the accounting equation, the answer B and C both are correct. Next point, everyone. From the following information, prepare the trading account. You have to prepare the trading account. They have given you adjusted purchases. They have given you sales. They have given you closing stock. They have given you furniture and wages and freight and cartage. Everyone, if you like this session, please go ahead and click on the area of like as well as share the session. Chali, let's look at the question there. We have got purchases worth rupees 6,06,000. Everyone, in the term adjusted purchases, what do we include? Do you know? The term adjusted purchases itself means our opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. It is already adjusted. So the adjusted purchases of rupees 6,06,000 is there. Sales is of 7,44,000. This is our total selling area. But let's take up the cost as well now. Inwards or outwards. Whenever we purchase something, then we have to incur a specific amount that is called carriage inwards or freight inwards or whatever amount is inwards. That is what you do while purchasing that good. So in this case, 3,600 is added here. Wages are being paid to the people because they are working in the manufacturing unit of the organization. So what would be the total answer? Total comes out to be 69,600. From this, remove that 7,44,000 because that is your sales value. The answer is 74,400. Ashwin sir, tried the question yet? Everybody else? Cynthia ma'am, trying the question? In this case, the answer is 74,400, everyone. Look at the question. If adjusted purchases are given, note this point down. Make a hashtag, make some notes and note down. If adjusted purchases are given, then we do not, then no treatment of purchases or sales नहीं, no treatment of regarding purchase and sales नहीं, no treatment of closing stock as already adjusted. No treatment of closing stock as adjusted purchases itself means opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. Okay? We're not gonna write this particular amount of closing stock as many times as possible. Na? It would be written only once in this trading account. Done, everyone? Look at this question. This is a trading account. Now the next point that comes is, in a trading account, the nature of trading account is a nominal account, everyone. Done? Next question. The discount received appears in credit side of the balance sheet. We are receiving discount, everyone. Whenever I receive any kind of discount, where will you put it? When I'm going to receive money, I'm going to be happy about it. Okay, I'm going to receive money. Will it be an income or will it be an expense? It's an income. If it's an income, then don't put it in the balance sheet because balance sheet is for assets, liabilities, and capital. It would go directly to Ashwin sir, freight outward is basically an expense that we are incurring for the goods there. ठीक है, मतलब that is something that you are doing it for your customer. You will recover it from the customer, na? So that is not our expense. That is an expense which we'll recover from the customers. That is why it's not a direct expense. It's an indirect expense. Any expense which you can recover from your customers. That's why I didn't take it. In this case, when we talk about discount received can be the area of income of the organization. So it would be shown in the profit and loss account. This part is your income and this part is your expense. Done? Okay, everyone. This is it for the day. I hope the session was useful. I've done a good number of questions from different nook and corner of the book there. Module A questions are there, Module B questions are there, and Module C is also there. Okay, so let's go ahead, and before I end my session, let me give you a few updates. You can go on to our website, as you already know that your JIB physical books are also being available from our organization now. That means you can take up our physical book of AFM. For that, what you can do is you can check out our website. There you will find all the details, or you can also go through the app. There you will find it. Along with that, you can also take up the JIB Mahapack. Mahapack is currently available at 78% discount and double validity is also going on. If you take it for 3 months, that is available. That is available at 5174. If you want to buy it for 6 months, you'll get it for 1 year. If you want to buy it for 12 months, you'll get it for 2 years. It is available at 10,817.82 and you just have to use the code PREP77 and then you'll be able to take it up. So I hope this is visible as well. So if you're looking forward to it, do kindly check it out on our website, on our app for further details. Till then, keep learning, everyone. The countdown has begun. The last 2 weeks are left before the examination. You should be putting your best foot forward so that you don't have any problems. So that's it. We'll be meeting in the next class, everyone. Thank you and bye-bye.